Will Internet Computer Token ICP see a massive surge soon? I think there's a pretty good probability of that happening, especially if Bitcoin reverses from here. But a lot of it is going to depend on what Bitcoin does right now, especially right now. I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of these altcoins across the board, and I'm bullish on the crypto markets right now. But of course, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. But right now, Bitcoin looks like there could be a bear trap, or it could continue further, retesting that breakout point at about that 110K level. Very important to be paying attention to that chart right now. I don't trade altcoins without a clear understanding of what Bitcoin could be doing. I do think that we have a flip in a major market catalyst that could fuel this bull run as well, which is basically a Fed rate cut that is a lot more likely in September. That has actually just flipped yesterday, okay, Friday, August 1st, right? And why is that? Is because we had a terrible jobs report that came out, and that could have that had a major effect on the Fed rate cut probabilities in September. So could the market be pricing that in right now? I very much think so, right? I am putting my bets on that, but of course, that's just personally what I'm doing. Now, ICP here. What has been happening with ICP? Okay, given that Bitcoin does not dump, I think ICP has a pretty good chance of a massive rally here. Okay, and why am I saying that? Is because I've been pointing out this falling wedge pattern. This is on the weekly time frame, and this pattern has been forming since March of 2024. A huge pattern here, and March 2024 up till now has not been great for trading altcoins, with the exception of maybe just a few months, okay, like November, some of December 2024, maybe 1 or 2 months of this year, right? July was good because we had a clean breakout, in my opinion. Very important that we hold above this Bitcoin breakout here. Otherwise, these altcoins could be dumping as well. Very likely, actually. So what I'm seeing here, ICP. If ICP actually makes it out of this falling wedge pattern, will give a price target of about $24, still intact. Okay. Falling wedges usually break to the upside, okay? Of course, also have to consider the downside risk, because if ICP actually dumps from here, first of all, I'll be looking at a possible double bottom scenario on this weekly time frame. If that does not hold, then the bottom trend line, which is still a pretty steep way down to about sub $3.50 levels, okay? So I talked about a possible cup and handle scenario that was on the daily time frame last time. But I do think I am invalidating that idea, because now we're seeing, you know, a lower low here on this daily time frame. But I think on a higher time frame, it could still be intact. That a cup and handle pattern still is developing, right? And so this is still hypothetical now, especially here on the weekly time frame, where a cup and handle pattern could still be developing, right? As you guys can see, a small rounded bottom, right? It's not developed, but if it does, then we have if it does come back to retest this resistance at about $6.35, I'm just going to say that for a rounded number. Price target for this cup and handle would be about $8.40. Of course, that is given that it establishes that pattern. Right now, let's take a look into the 4-hour time frame and see if we can get any clarity on what ICP could be doing here. So ICP is running within this falling wedge pattern on this 4-hour time frame. If it breaks out by this point here, let's just say for example, then the price target will give you about $5.80 price targets. Of course, when if and when it breaks out of a pattern, it does not have to absolutely go towards that price target. It's an estimate only. There could be more or less, right? I've seen quite a bit of different scenarios even after it breaks out. I actually mentioned a possible a double bottom scenario here, right, where ICP has actually met its price target, but it dumps down further. So something to be taking into consideration of. And this basically wraps it up for my update on ICP for today. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing more of Internet Computer. And let me know if you guys want to see any other coins in this market. I'll see you on the next one.